I'm going to say 16-10. I feel like they're going to have a decent...
That's a lot of rounds you're giving them there. They're starting on T side of cash.
I think they're going to get 5 on the T side.
Let's see, viewers. How does it go? Does benevolence, does like grace, does it exist? Or is it a cold, harsh reality in which good men are gunned down like dogs and the mighty prey on the weak? I believe the latter, so we'll see.
We do have kind of a set play coming in with the nades covering between Forklift and the Red Container to block off this
very
vision.
good so far, and they've got them trapped back here. 9 health on that guy, Crims.
Yeah, this looks very similar to the pistol that we saw from LGB against Envious on Dust 2 as well on their T side. They haven't lost a single man, so executing well once again.
And it's interesting that they actually do run a Tech 9 on pistol round as terrorists, because I saw them do that as well on Dust 2.
Well, at least Tech 9 smoke. Sounds like a pretty healthy combo. Tech 9 and smoke. But alright, they're going to start off with 1 round, so hopefully for their sake, to get their strategies rolling, they're going to have some comfort here. Fnatic, how do they approach this though? They got the pistol armor. Are they going to go for a stack? Looks like the answer is no. LGB doing the smart thing and taking middle initially. And they're going to see that it's completely empty. So they don't know whether it's a stack or not yet. This is information that this is one of the things that can blow up the round for them if there's a stack and they walk into it. So now it's going to be about finding information and without exposing themselves too much or having the possibility to give
wanting to head over there, and there is a guy over towards B. But the Fnatic players playing very defensive spots.
And they've actually pushed someone all the way around. It's actually JW around Squeaky, so he's going to be able to spot for Fnatic so that they can get an early warning of whereabouts LGB going to hit.
Where is that guy actually looking, though? The guy who's over there. Oh, he's already over the top, so that doesn't matter anymore. Oh, no, there we go.
He's looking back, though. He's aware that this could be
This is where, in JW world, that guy now just looks away at the last second. Nope, actually he gets the free kill.
And they're going to roll into the B1 site, so this actually could work out for Fnatic after all. They got some close ranges.
Very defensive positions.
Oh my god, Crims gets 3 in a row. That's ridiculous there. That's going to turn the round on its head. Yeah, Rubino's left.
My analysis of that would be that Fnatic has some of the best pistol round players in the world.
Yeah,
no, that was ridiculous, obviously. The second and third kill there were particularly nuts.
And they're going to spray him down. And the problem for them is...
And they get the guns from it as well.
Exactly, that's the problem. That's a huge swing on the value. Because now LGB completely... This is actually worse than LGB losing the pistol. Because now they have no bonus on money. They just bought up almost fully.
Fnatic even keep armor, so...
And they're actually doing the smart thing as well, because they're going to go for a buy straight up with whatever they have, because they're going to have to eco twice anyway now. And at least if they are able to somehow wing this one back, they can. It's like it never happened. But that grenade was absolutely devastating. Crims and Flusher just destroying them. Okay. My prediction is looking terrible now. It's looking really, really bad. I'm afraid for my prediction.
But DDK, what if they were to win the pistol?
Oh yeah, of course. What if they were to win the pistol and then Crims does a 4-kill with 5-7 by himself on the site? Yeah.
I mean, that was a rather ridiculous round.
It was amazing, yeah. That happens though. That really does happen. This is why, you know, it takes a lot of forethought and a lot of you need to try to mitigate some of these plays as much as possible and get rid of as much risk as you can. But LGB didn't have. That just happens. You just can't. Sometimes you just can't stop this madness of the pistols. And we're gonna have LGB moving in with a play here. They got a few nades just to get the bomb down. This is the objective for them now. They just want to get the bomb down, get the extra bit of cash in, because then that means they can maybe scrap together a buy and the bomb's down. So objective complete there.
Yeah, that's fine enough at the moment. Bearing in mind they had nothing.
Yeah, they invested what, like 2 grenades into that, a smoke and a flash, and they get the bomb down. So well worth the investment. They got 2 frags out of it. So this is a great round.
It's a very good gun, that. It's a very skilled gun. Take a little clip of that, send it to the Valve devs.
I know.
I was like, what skill was that? He's just firing at this clip lasts forever. Don't worry, you have to move out eventually. tap.
All right, double AWP.
Okay, Polly's spent all his money. He's got this AWP.
Okay, no timing.
It was his AWP kills in the last game on Dust 2 against Envy that were at least giving them a chance, that were breaking up in some of these rounds.
Now this is the danger here. This
will
guy.
peek these.
Now, from all the matches I've seen where Fnatic destroy people on cash, it's actually often because JW does ridiculous aggression by himself sometimes into that A main area. And we saw that, in fact, LGB are lucky to still be standing with five members still alive. JW had 2 peaks there and didn't get a kill. That's actually quite unusual here. So LGB should be counting their blessings. They're even actually trying to, you can see like a quick pop flash in there for Rain to try to get a pick, but it's not happening. And this is a smoke. I believe you can jump on the lockers behind and maybe get an angle over the smoke. But Rain knowing his wallbanging there, almost. Actually, JW down to 29 health still. Not sure if he connected onto JW, but look at the presence here from Fnatic on the A bomb site right now. They've got 3 players near the forklift area. So LGB are put to a decision here that they're going to go for the A main play into the A bomb site. In go the grenades, and
just couldn't even move.
It's quite brutal here. Pronak's actually going for the spray, only gets 1 more. So 3 versus 3, this is still doable here for LGB, but JW is the next man to take out. On the site, and oh my goodness, but he might just get it anyway. And it's all on Olofmeister now. He's on the rotation. He's over by the truck, the car pickup, whatever you want to call it. He's there with the AWP in his hands.
It looks like they're going to try and peek him. Will they do it at the right time?
Oh, very risky stuff there. Rubino taking a 1-on-1 against Olofmeister of all people, but he will take the AWP. There was actually an AWP on the floor, but they already had one for Poly. Looks like they don't want any more in their hands. Actually, yeah, okay, so looks like LGB coming back into the match, and
JW goes for the AWP again, so if you're a Fnatic, nothing conservative so far about this game. And he's going to go for it all the way.
The interesting thing about that is that it looked really good for Fnatic, but they had everyone in this area. There was no one in the back of the site, actually. So Fnatic didn't have a good enough spread of angles to actually attack into LGB as they were pushing onto the site. So that seemed to really backfire for them there. Do have one player very close towards middle here. It is Olofmeister. He can pick up any sounds. And of course, if they go for a delayed middle push, he's the one to try to catch that. Oh, that is amazing. Rain looked for the jump shot, and you rarely ever see people connect with that. And the player is just trying to spot there to get information, because it should be incredibly safe. It is.
And this is where, so far, Fnatic always has played this position very defensively at B. They never push all the way up into that garage area. But they're going to have to start doing it if it keeps being A attacks now, so they have to at least quickly know when it's coming and not just wait.
And now actually
it's a very favourable situation they're in right now until that happens.
Poly can still cause a lot of danger here. Flusher now in a very peculiar situation. Back against the wall, does pick up the kill against Poly. In comes Rubino to try to finish him off, but he can't quite connect the bullets. And that might just come back to bite them in the backside as the bomb does go down. And is that plant open here? It is not open. That's not safe for Rubino. He needs to come out of A main at some point. If they are to cross, they do have cover if they go for the defuse. Now this is the problem. There's perfect cover, and Rubino.
Now,
yeah, Rubino has no nades.
He's not nowhere to even get there.
I'm really surprised he didn't go further out there, but perhaps miscommunication. He didn't know where the plant was. That's the only real explanation. But that's a round where LGB are definitely going to be. Hopefully they don't dwell on it, but it will be one to dwell on, because that should have been a win for them. They're actually
so they're getting into A, they're getting the bomb down. Not that many rounds. Do they keep going to A? It looks like it at the moment.
And interestingly, there is much more of a presence towards B and middle here this round from Fnatic. They've only got 1 man on A, and he's quite far back, and there's no one who's really close on the rotation, which is usually how it works.
Let's see. The AWP was looking here before.
JW is still there, ready for the shot, and he actually whiffs. He doesn't even tag anybody as they go over the top, but he does have Olofmeister there to deal the damage. And that play largely uneventful for LGB. That got them nothing. All they know now from that is that, okay, JW was in middle, but that information decays now, and it's pretty much useless. He could be anywhere as far as they're concerned now. So LGB getting nothing out of that, and now they've got to try to scrap together something in the last 45 seconds of the round.
And this A guy is really going to have to backstab like a champion right now.
And
he gets instantly killed, so that's pretty much their hopes of distracting done now. And then as soon as Flusher spots them here, they know where it is. A very bizarre battle goes on there.
And yeah, that after this round goes so cleanly to Fnatic, LGB now finally like lose. It's like they're kind of going neck and neck with Fnatic, even though the score didn't show it. They were getting the economic damage in. Fnatic were having problems on some of these defenses.
They've been getting kills. They've been getting the bomb down. But
exactly.
The scoreboard tells the story that Fnatic's doing absolutely fine.
And
after losing the pistol round, up 5-2, CT Cash. And now, for the first time, we're going to have an aggressive push up towards that B site there.
But,
and now he has the information that at the moment, nothing mid.
And we have pistols. And this decision is probably
not going to go well. Okay, Flusher. Online game, is it, mate?
I imagine they probably went for that play because the last time they were in that situation. Again, like Fnatic would know, okay, last time they were in this situation, they went for that A play. They got the bomb down, in fact, and they actually got 2 kills with just Glocks and like a smoke and a flash. That shouldn't happen. And so probably maybe they were expecting Fnatic to anticipate a similar play and maybe B would be weaker, but that wasn't the case. And now we have the buy, though. So LGB still have a chance to try to reclaim some rounds here. It's not too late just yet for them. That's a good nade, though, from Pronax. In go the flashes. This is a fast play here. They're already in to the forklift position, rolling up onto the site. This is looking not so terrible for them positionally. They just have to get the kills. But Fnatic holding on well now. Olofmeister coming into play, and Fnatic
it's too slow going in at the moment, 1 by 1.
Swarming the sites, and 3 on 4 now. Oh my goodness, very aggressive move there from Rubino. Does get immediately eliminated. Zeves now on a 1 on 4. Gets the bomb down out of all of that. So, alright. But
they wanted to defuse.
Too little, too late. You don't get defuse frags in this game. Which is good. That's like the most ridiculous concept ever.
That was only added in the latter days, believe it or not. That was only in 1.6 that was added. It didn't used to exist before.
It's so ridiculous. Alright, so we're starting to see that it's a bit of a struggle here. And Fnatic have really taken the lead on the economy, finally. They've had a couple of really clean rounds, and this is crippling for LGB because if they're keeping the damage up, which would have always had Fnatic within an eco, but now that's not the case. But a quick push in and a perfectly timed flash is going to net them a kill. However, still a lot more work to be done. Rubino just going to go out. He's preying on the distraction here, and in fact, he's timed it perfectly because there's an opening. Both players from A completely turning their attention to middle. This is a huge error, and it's massively capitalized on. Rubino just guns them both down. He gets the third one as well with long-range spray. And Rubino with a big play, but both Fnatic players giving up all their vision of the A bomb site. That's got to be... They're going to be talking about that on the comms there. That can't happen again.
No, quite an amateur mistake where you're just both looking at the same spot at the same time.
Got to have the trust in your teammate to be able to cover one spot. Perhaps they just want those frags. That's a bit of a failed flash
Trick
there.
Flash.
And actually, that flash was really important because we can actually see that... okay, so did I misread the minimap here? I think that was the case. Yeah, I thought they had somebody over the top there, and that would be pop flash, but no. We get some trays into the A site, actually. One player still in Squeaky, and it's a very good position to harass from, and to kind of keep a player stuck towards A. And the Squeaky player is actually falling all the way back, and they're going to go for a counter boost. It's a really interesting look. Rain is expecting it, and it's just going to snap JW's neck.
Remember, he's the guy also who insta-picked off the guy who was in the A site there when he did that peek over the top.
Some bullet time stuff from Rain. And Olofmeister, ooh, gets the legs. That's actually quite a smart move because I don't think, because you're only going to be showing the legs, and if he wallbangs you, unless he gets you in the head, you're actually pretty safe there to peek that position against an AWPer with that jump. So that's actually kind of an interesting move. But
this is right out in the open here.
Olofmeister falling back onto the site. And
hold it on his own for a while, but then again, when someone's doing that, I guess you can hold it on your own.
That's what Crims does. Crims does what Crims does. And JChem now going to move in with Rubino. And it's all on JChem now. Spraying around and does pick up the kill. Gonna
get another bomb down.
And he might even be able to clutch this. If he has a little bit of luck here, gets a quick first kill, he might be able to pull this one off, but Flusher jumps straight over the top.
So far, this has been the Flusher and Crim show for Fnatic.
Yeah. You can see that they're doing quite well. And interestingly, I must say that the A defenses have been a little lackluster when it comes to Fnatic. Of course, you can't really fault their setups on B. And middle, LGB haven't really been putting huge focus on it. It used to be the case that teams would fervently compete to have middle control straight away, because it's kind of like that thing with Dust 2, where if you take Catwalk, every play from then, it can be A or B, but it looks the same. And
Paulie gets the pick off. And actually, we hadn't seen him aggressively take any kind of like 1v1 duels with the AWP.
And JW going to go straight over the top, straight into the flank. They don't expect it just as the rush comes in. This is massive now.
I'm not even sure they know.
Oh my god, JW going huge, gets more kills. The bomb goes down yet again. But the problem is this guy flanking them. JW 3 kills. And Rain
this guy's 11 health.
He is done for indeed. And if JW if that hadn't happened, the bomb would have been down and they would have had a setup.
JW does have a quality about him that is really entertaining to watch, which is that once he does one shot that's even semi-crazy, it's like he feels like he has to top that on the next shot, and he goes for it, and it's like he just dares to dream. He gets more and more crazy, but then it seems like he hits them with a ridiculous frequency, doesn't it? It gets more and more ridiculous as the round goes on. Like he's the guy where if he kills the 4 guys with the AWP, you know the last guy is going to be the total no-scope snap to the head. It's gonna hit somehow.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's super momentum based.
And this is going to be a really bad half at the moment for LGB, because look at the weapons they've got. They're at a 9-3 deficit, and now they're trying to walk in against that.
And they have it's the same round as before. They have the smoke and the flash, but this time the aggressive information finding from Fnatic is going to blow it up. Are they going to get the plant? Okay, maybe not this time, as so even though we'll get a quick kill though. And oh my goodness. The Tech 9. Rec 9. Alright. 10-3, LGB definitely they could have gotten a lot more rounds here. They showed the potential to pick up a lot more, and Fnatic though, they've just been really on point. Again, Crims, Flusher, been doing a great job. Now JW starting to just do ridiculous stuff with his AWP as well, and we saw the kind of the aggressive play with the pop flash onto A main, another thing that Fnatic are really, really good at doing. And it basically
and with how many rounds they have, Fnatic's just going to keep pushing up here and just pressure them early. Like, I was surprised we didn't see a pushing on the A site there, but they're holding it quite aggressively.
And we do have a really scrappy buy here, but LGB have lost so many rounds in a row, they can just keep buying. No matter what.
Olafmeister just playing with him there.
He was able to pick up the AK though, which is nice. So, looking for a way into the A site here, but the players have been spotted. JW is going to take down Polly, and the problem is that Rain is really low as well, so they haven't gained any ground. They haven't forced rotations. They haven't got any control of what Fnatic are doing.
And these slow walk into A attacks, they're getting the bomb down somehow, but they're not having a chance to win the round. Think of the round that they won doing that, was where Rubinho just hit like 3 long-range spray headshots. Like you know, that's not going to be a consistent winner for you there. Absolutely. And then apparently someone just toggled.
So
the way that second kill is like,
I
mean, that's actually just Go TV looks like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing that surprises me, right, is that this LGB squad with so much coordination, I feel like this style of like delayed middle takes could work out really well for them. The reason why you have a delay to the middle take is that if you can see right now, look at the presence from the CTs at the start of the round. They'll always be there first because the rush timing onto middle is so much faster. So there's no reason for them to be on A sooner. So they're going to just be safer and just show up to get your teammates in position on middle first of all. So you do a delayed middle take and you can get control there. Or try to with some set plays, some good executes on the grenades and stuff, and good tactical play. And once you have middle, you force CTs out of there. It's much more obscure whether you're going for B split, A split, stuff like this. I was expecting that from LGB because they were good at that kind of play on Mirage and Dust 2, but they have a different style on this map so far. And I'm going to try to...
That's the end of that boost.
Yeah, that's actually a really good timing to throw that, to actually blow up those delayed middle takes. And really nicely done by them. So Fnatic look fairly indomitable at the moment. They're really excited to get the flow state going, and Flash is going to pick off Zeves and dying one by one. They're going to try to charge in now to B, but they have to deal with Olafmeister there. Flasher from the back as they play into the hands of the Swedes. 12-3, pretty crushing first half. Doesn't tell the whole story. The round, if I am to pick out one round though, it's got to be that round where Rubino was mispositioned on the afterplant in the 2-on-2, because that should have been a round that they would have won. And had they won that, they would have, I think, forced Fnatic to an eco, and they would have actually built up an economy.
I mean, if we're picking out rounds, let's go right back to the second round of the whole game. They won the pistol round, they run in, they're facing only pistols. I think there might have been one scout, maybe. It might be only pistols.
Yeah, there's 3 pistols at the back.
And
of
Crims just goes bananas, goes full Matrix mode. He like jumped in the midair, spun round, like did a kick to someone's chest or something. He's like, my name is Crims.
It's like how you gave him the character of Trinity there.
Yeah, but switch it over, yeah.
All right, so...
Yeah, he's got the sex appeal. He looks good in leather.
All right,
good all-rounder.
Pistol round now, and LGB, it's a pretty CT-sided
underrated
map.
star.
Perhaps we can see if they're able to actually pull something off nice here. They're quite good at the pistols, and they do get an advantage, but it's quickly equalized by Flusher. He's moving into middle. This is the problem now, and he, oh my goodness, gets more damage. Just Zevis left now, and here he goes. After plant, he's got a kit actually, but no Kevlar. But he's got the USP as well, so just needs those fast frags, those quick shots to the head. 2 players in the back of the site. This is really smart here from Fnatic. They can easily trade if one of them goes down. And there you go. They play it by the book. They take the round safely, and Fnatic win the pistols. So looks like it potentially even your prediction could be outdone here by the dominance of Fnatic.
And there's been actually, early on, if you remember, maybe like 7 rounds, 8 rounds in, there was still, LGB was getting kills.
Yeah.
They were getting into situations. It feels like the last sort of like 7 to 8 rounds, they've got almost no kills, it feels like. They get 1 or 2 in a round, and it just falls apart completely. Like, you can tell at the moment, I don't think they themselves think this is going to be a comeback at this point. They're hoping they get a crazy round and that sparks it, but at the moment, they're looking a bit listless, you know.
They're deflated. Around round 9, it seems, was when stuff started to really get away from them. When the Fnatic started to get really strong economic control, and we had some of these situations where LGB should have been ahead, but unable to win some of those favorable spots. Fnatic just going to roll in and see what they can do. JW very quick frags. Like Green is able to pick off 1, but it's really negligible at this point, it would seem, unless Zevis is able to go all happy on them with that CZ. It's looking quite grim, to say the least. Meister goes to the plant, and actually, of course, Zevis can just save this into the next round. And the mistake that they could make here is actually trying to challenge him at the car area. Obviously, the flank angle is really nice there from Flusher, but potentially giving away a weapon there for him to hold the angles with, and then save into the next round could have been quite annoying. But you can see that they didn't actually go for the full buy on a lot of the players, because, and that means that the best they can do here is play for overtime. So it's an interesting situation for LGB, and by interesting I mean very horrible.
Well, I mean, back when we were over on Mirage, when Fnatic was playing Nip, that was the game where Crims was doing okay, but he had a lot of deaths. This time, he's died something like 7 times in the whole game, and he's top fragging. Like, this is like a more of a classic Crims performance.
I got Rubido's just sat in front of the door here. I think his gun was it's poking through the door. That's actually quite funny, because Crims didn't realize that that's the reason he couldn't open the door, that he was actually sitting there. You can see him in front of wallbang it, but it's like...
This is getting a bit messy now.
Yeah, there's going to be 1 buy-in.
JW takes control.
Okay, so LGB, 12 rounds in a row for the overtime. I don't know. Don't know if I like their chances. Going to kick things off here,
See, it turns out I was the generous one. I allowed him 6 whole rounds in a game. You know.
So if you were generous, what was I? That's just foolish. Did I cross the line there?
You were just a dreamer. You were an idealistic, naive young man who had the whole world ahead of him. Norway was going to rise as a superpower in CSGO. Maybe they'd win the next major. Who knows?
Still believe. I believe Norway. I believe. I am definitely impressed by LGB. Because despite scorelines, it is definitely a lot about how the game actually plays out, the thought behind it, but execution as well. But there's some good execution from
There's nothing
Crims.
you can do versus him at the moment.
Rain's going to go down straight away, so that's quite crippling now. They have to split 2 to a site, and you can see Rubino's in a really important position here because middle now becomes a huge weakness. They are actually going to have nobody in middle, so you can see Rubino actually falls back a little bit. You can see how problematic he knows this could be because he's sensing the B split coming, which means that should be another player from this angle. And they couldn't even boost in there if they wanted to. Take down Rubino in the end though. Flusher spraying in.
Flusher.
Zeves catches him in the distraction. Does pick up a second one as well. Zeves now turning it into a 3-on-2, and there's hope now in this round at least for LGB as in comes
Until
Crims.
that happens.
Crims is just monster.
The problem is this guy's out of position. The other guy has 2 health. I mean, Polly, the problem is he can't even really peek here. He has to wait for this guy to push him first.
And Crims is going to find the angle, and Polly just a slither of the shoulder. JKM going to take down one, but he's got to take out Crims now. And he's going to fake flash with the drop of the pistol. And JKM just toying with him. Now, he does have a kit. He's got a smoke as well. Crims just trying to hop up on these crates, get the drop on JKM. And JKM takes the kill, so Crims does go down in the end. And we'll see JKM with that double kill. And
prolong the map a little bit.
Prolong it a bit. So
at least one round.
It's very pessimistic of you. Or realistic.
We'll see.
You can be an optimist.
Give Crims a chance to go for that 30 bomb.
So we can get a highlight reel. I love the skating sometimes you get on the Go TV. It's pretty hilarious. Or like the moonwalking chickens, stuff like that. It really cracks me up. But there's no chickens added to this map, but I'm pretty sure Valve will get on that at some point.
If they care about competitive integrity, you know.
They add like a chicken every update or something.
Maybe they could make a crowdfunding option where once you hit certain stretch goals, they add extra chickens to the map.
Nice.
And if
if
we donate like $1 million, it's just full of chickens. It's a whole set with 10 chickens in it. Yeah.
All right.
So just one giant chicken in the middle of the map.
El Pollo Diablo. All right. So we have obviously a terrible situation. Every single round.
We have a great game here. We're enjoying it. What do you mean terrible situation?
For LGB,
okay.
Every round is going to be. They're going to be reminded by that sound bite. Reverberates through the map, which will remind them that it's match point for Fnatic every single time. They cannot make a single mistake, is what that means. And already Fnatic playing it really slow, and LGB have completely given up middle more or less. They've got a player in CT main and connector, and in go 3 players in for the A split now.
And this is going to be pretty hard to hold this, because look at where these other guys are coming from onto the A side.
Look at that faced by 3 players at once. It's a complete massacre. And
that's just an information failure. It should be impossible for 5 terrorists to engage like that in the total flank on your guys there. That means the guys at B are looking at nothing. What is the guy middle looking at?
And here's the moves from JW. Misses the shot. Zeves picks up the kill. Let's see if Zeves can save this. He's got to go in. Fnatic looking to close it out, and they are going to do just that. So 16-4. Fnatic will take down LGB eSports, and I can't help but feel for LGB a little bit, because I feel like...
Do you want to be on LGB or something? What's going on here?
I don't want to be on LGB.
Is this your new family or something, DDK?
It's like when I watched Dat, when Dat rolled around with when Blades took over Dat, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna basically do what Happy did in that old lineup and try to make this team really good.
Yeah.
And I just love teams where it's really clear when you see an approach behind every round from them. I feel like this was one of the weaker maps for them. I think Dust 2 was impressive, and I think their Mirage game is also very impressive. Their T-sides, very impressive. So I'm a fan of teams that play like that. I think it's good Counter-Strike. I think it's good for the scene, because we see a lot of teams that revolve around exerting individual strength and trying to use that as their edge and basically abuse it. For example, with Envy, that's I know how Envy have played. You know, in your video about in-game leaders, this is like a clear transition that Happy has made, and a choice that he has made as an in-game leader. And he himself has also embodied this. He's actually turned from an in-game leader to kind of like this hybrid that becomes a lurker fragger as well. So it's just interesting to see more teams like that, because...
It also just doesn't work as well to try the pure fragging role when you don't have as skilled players. Not just for the obvious reason, but also because a luxury that someone like Happy has, or even Pronax to a degree, is they can set up a very default base beginning to the round. And essentially, they can have the round triggered just by one of their guys, in a totally unexpected... remember on Mirage, there was a round where JW was going into the balcony area, and he just headshot Forest from miles away with an AWP.
Yeah.
Well, he's instantly just opened that site there. The tactic could never know that that would be available, you know.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that gives you a lot of luxury as an in-game leader. And then that's why they're a bit more loose, and then they just call around that, and they try to, like, put those people in the right areas. You know, I always think of it as like you're aiming the missile. You've got to have a missile to do that. You can't just, can't just do it with a pea shooter, you know.
that's that round that you picked out is particularly funny because that's like that round was just JW did that and then he did it again and then again he like got 4 kills in that round. Just yeah.
There's no tactic involving that, no matter what anyone tells you.
That's a pretty good missile. All right, so the next match we're gonna have is gonna be NVS versus NIP or Mirage. So we've already seen a match from NIP against Fnatic or Mirage. So it's gonna be interesting.
Which they almost won. They were up 14-6 or something.
Exactly, we went overtime and everything. So, let's leave the predictions, all that kind of stuff for when we actually get into the match. Let's set that one up, guys. We'll take a quick break. Remember, follow the channel. We'll be giving away lots of goodies when that happens. When we hit the 400k mark, the Dragon Laws are coming, and also justgiving.com/FACEIT for the charity, the donations. Please check it out. We're going to run a video in the break as well. It is absolutely for a good cause, and we'll see you after the break.